everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Stampin' Sue Creates here. So earlier I did the unboxing of the October 2021 paper pumpkin kit called Peaceful Christmas. And I showed you everything that was in the kit, and I said that I was going to come back with alternative ideas. And I had to play all afternoon. Well, not all afternoon, just a few hours. And I want to share with you the cards I came up with. Now, I still have some supplies left in the kit, so there is still to do more, but I'm just tired. And so let's get started. So let me share with you, these are the top two cards I have to share with you. These are the intended cards designed by Stampin' Up! And these are the beautiful envelopes that come with it. So they had that one planned, which was pretty. I mean, I would go ahead and make all 5 of them because it's a no-brainer. It's beautiful. So that was one of them. And my inside, I pretty much have the same thing on all the inside of my cards. Peaceful Christmas wishes. And I did the trees along the edge. And then card 2 that Stampin' Up! Had designed from the kit is this one, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And it's front and back. But you know me, I cut everything apart. And it says Merry Christmas, and inside again, Peaceful Christmas Wishes, and the beautiful envelope as well. So those were the 2 that the kit was designed to make. Let's see what I did. So first off, I took all the cards, the printed ones and the colored ones, and I cut them all down the center to make 2. I took all the rest of the envelopes and I cut all the envelopes apart. Then what I did is I went into the suite of products that coordinate with this, and I cut some of those things out. I cut all base cards, the basic white, 5 1/4 by 11, scored at 4, 5 1/2 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. Cut all white bases. I took some of the bases and ran them through the die cut and emboss machine. Some embossed, some things punched, and just had a slew of things all over my desk. Then it was time to start creating. So here's the first card I came up with. Now this is one of the backgrounds here is one of our embossing folders for the smaller die cut emboss machine. And of course I could not make any of these cards without our red and green foil paper that we have that is only available during the current time, and took components of the kit and put it all together. And again, the inside, I'm not going to show you the inside of all of them because they're all like this. They're either this way or they're that way, and they all have the same thing on the inside, but definitely decorate inside. And I have to go back yet and stamp my outside. But isn't that pretty with that embossing pine folder? That's a set of 2. And it is in the section with the smaller embossing folders. So it can work if you have the smaller die cut machine. So there's one. So this one I just thought, you know, the envelope, I just had to cut out those trees. And I thought the background, so this embossing folder that comes with the pine, it also comes with the snowflake. So you'll see it only embosses where you could kind of see where it stops right here, but 3 1/2 inches wide. So not quite enough to go on the card, but that's where I just left a little bit of white space. Cut out those trees, put it up on dimensionals. The background, I actually used Pool Party with one of our brushes and went over the background with Pool Party, but I think it works. And again, components to the kit, and I added this red ribbon, and I have it right here so I can show you. It's the sheer ribbon. It's called Real Red sheer ribbon. And the item numbers for that is 153535. So that's a definite add-on because there was not nearly enough twine to make all the cards. But I think that that's real pretty. I like that. And again, that my goodness, green foil paper. My mind, I'll tell you. Okay, so this one I thought was really cool. I used their Stampin' Blends. And the Stampin' Blends are just this. They are our alcohol markers, and the color I used was the dark, soft, succulent. And I just went over all the trees and added a little color to them. And again, that green foil paper and components of the kit. Very basic. And then, of course, I had to make more. So this background piece is part of the envelope. I don't know if you can see. It's very light. It's the plaid lining of the envelope. So I use that and the card that I cut apart. And again, there's that red ribbon. I used either the red ribbon or I used the twine. So my twine is all gone, the baker's twine, and real pretty. And if you'll notice here, I took the real red Stampin' blends, the dark real red, and I colored them in. So let me show you the card before. So this is the color that they come in. It's like a silver dazzle. And I just went ahead and used the Stampin' blends, and you can make them any color you want them to be. It's always a good choice to pick up our basic rhinestones and basic pearls because they're white or they're rhinestone color, and you can make them any color you want by using Stampin' blends. I also recommend picking up our white ribbon, and it doesn't matter if it's the organdy ribbon, the one that has excuse me, the glitter in it. You can use the Stampin' blends and color it any color you want. Let me just grab a little sip here for a sec. Okay, so I think that that's real pretty. And even though this is not, this little strip is more of the cherry cobbler, the red still goes with it, you know. So it's okay to mix and match, just like it's good. It's okay to do silver and gold. You don't just have to do all silver or all gold. Okay, so here's another one where I used, again, that pine embossing folder. And on the other side, part of the envelope. And there's the trees. Now the trees, I don't know if you can tell, but I use the same shaded spruce and our blending brushes, and I colored them in. Very simple. That foil paper, when I cut the foil paper, and I don't have any to show you because I cut it all up, I took the piece and I cut a border around. So the whole center of it was remaining that I used to punch out circles and things you'll see later on. So this layer was not wasted, the entire piece underneath. I just basically trimmed a border with my paper trimmer and went ahead and did it that way. Now, the other thing I want to show you is, here we go, is I did on the envelopes, I took the pieces that were left over when I trimmed off the envelopes, and let me find you one, maybe this next one. Some of them I did the inside of the envelope. See here, I did the inside flap that was cut off, and this one I put on the outside. So that's another thing for you to consider doing as well. So, did I show this one? Yeah, I think I talked, yeah, I did. I talked about this one. So when the envelope is sent, you know, the outside part will have a little bit of color to it as well. And that one got stuck in there. I'm going to have to fix that. Put a little stamp or something on there. I should have waited and not stuck them together. Okay, next card. You can see how they all kind of have the same thing in common, but just by adding a little something extra. Now this one, I ran it through that embossing folder. This is the front of the envelope cut off. So it's the envelope. I ran it right through the cut and emboss machine. And this one, I had this gold edged ribbon. I think it's retired now, but I just had it in my stash. So this is where you can mix your silver and gold together. Even though the trees are silver and the little rhinestone-y kind of doodads are silver, it doesn't matter because it all goes together and it all makes a very appealing card. And again, inside of the envelope. All right, I think this might be one of my favorites. Okay, I thought I had it on wrong. So there's the inside of my envelope. So here we have the snowflake done on basic white. And the card base is basic white, so it's just layered on. A little strip on the left-hand side because, as I said, it only fills 3.5. So I had to put something over there. And then the inside, when I cut out my foil paper to make the border, The inside pieces, I just use my punches, or you can use your dies to cut out circles. And I think that's real pretty. And again, there's that gold ribbon and Peaceful Christmas Wishes. Real pretty card. I think that might be my favorite. I'm not sure. So here's one where I brought in the suite that coordinates with this whole subscription box. And I had some dies cut out and just did some layering with dimensionals, glued them on. And I think it's just a nice little wintry scene. Love that. All right, and here's that cabin again. And this tag, I think I had left from the Love Santa tag kit. I think. I had it over here on the side, and I think that's what it's from. And again, we don't waste any of our strips of paper as far as the foil ones. You can do something with it. And this cabin has another piece underneath it that was cut out with black. This one here, the cabin was cut out and it had been stamped in a gray color. And where the windows were, I just used my Stampin' Blends to color in yellow. I know it's kind of hard, you know, to really pick that up, but this one, the background of it was just black. So it kind of gives it a little texture. Merry's Christmas to you. And I had some of this twine left over from I don't know what in my stash. Okay, here's another one. So this one here, you can see where I took the vellum trees and I used our blending brushes and I just added some of the shaded spruce color to them. This is the postage punch, and some of the leftover scraps of foil I just cut and put them on top and bottom of that to kind of give it a little more oomph. And I ended up, this was the last card I made, I think. I ended up with only one of those little embellishments left, so it only got one. But real pretty card. Okay, we got a couple more to go. So aren't they just fabulous? I think that they're really fun. Okay, this one, the envelope is stuck to it as well. Eek. Oh, well, that's not good. Definitely have to put some kind of little sticker or something there. This one I punched out with the tree punch. And behind there, I put a piece of the green foil. And a little strip of the green foil there. And again, that postage punch. And put the tree that I cut out from the front, I stuck it on in the inside. And don't stick your envelopes in there unless they're dry. Note to self. Okay, and the final one, this one here, oh my gosh, they were all sticking. This one here just took a strip of the envelope and a piece of the front of the card that I cut. And this kind of was a little takeoff of the one that is in the flyer of Paper Pumpkin. They kind of used some of the twine, which I ran out of. And From Our Home to Yours, Peaceful Christmas Wishes. And the piece that I cut off from the front of the card, I just stuck it on the inside. So there you have it. Lots of beautiful, beautiful cards, all created with this month's Paper Pumpkin. I'm just going to bring them all in here because I want to take a picture to use as my thumbnail. And you can see they all have just a little bit something different, but definitely a lot different than what the intended cards were to be, which was one of that one. And I'm going to put them underneath there like that. So real pretty cards. I hope this has inspired you to think about getting your own Paper Pumpkin subscription box. Now, the one, like I said, that's going to be for those sign up right now are going to be snowman, really cute, adorable treat boxes. If you're not into treat boxes, you know there are alternative projects that you can make. All you have to do is join the Facebook page for Paper Pumpkin. Check out all the alternative ideas that everyone is doing and everyone is submitting, or check on Pinterest or YouTube, all the social media. You'll never run out of ideas with Paper Pumpkin. And for only $22 to make all of these cards with a couple little extra scraps that you may have in your stash is really so well worth it. And nothing says more than I'm thinking about you and I love you than sending someone a card. Like I always tell people, a card is like giving a hug with a fold in the middle. So go hug someone today by sending them your own hand-stamped, handmade cards. Thanks for joining me. If you like this, be sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Click the notification bell. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. So thank you so much, everyone. Please leave a comment below. Let me know which one was your favorite. If you wish to subscribe, head on over to my online store at StampinSueCreates.Stampin.net. Thanks, everyone. I really do appreciate you watching. Love to you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.